episode of the Tink and Bobble podcast. My name is Sierra, and I am the host of this podcast. I live here in southern Indiana with my husband Josh and our two cute pups, who are joining me again. They were here last episode too. This is Boomer. He's our old boy. He's 9 years old. He's a miniature Australian Shepherd. And over here, oh, sorry for the shakes, is Evie. She's our baby girl. She's not really a baby though. She's 4. Ooh, let me see if I can get this set back up. She's 4 and she's a miniature Labradoodle. I figured y'all might ask after seeing them in last episode. I think they've both been in episodes before though. I need to catch my breath. I just got home from work and wrote down some show notes, and I thought I would film because Josh is away for a rehearsal dinner for a wedding that we are going to tomorrow. This episode is probably going to be kind of short. I don't have a ton to share with you because I feel like I'm working on like a few big projects that I'm just trying to knock out without casting on a bunch of other stuff. But I did want to film because I didn't want to let time get away from me before I got to say hello to you all again. So, oh, there's dog hair on my hands. So hi, how have y'all been? October has been a crazy month. It's been super fun. But we've had plans like every weekend, which is very unusual for us. We're pretty boring homebodies. So I'll share more about that at the end. And I'll talk about that hanging behind me in a second. But yeah, let's get started. Shall we? I have a finished object, and it is quite a sight to behold. Now, I will forewarn you that I have not woven in any of the ends, so you'll see a lot of dangling strings. But I finished my Starflake Shawl. Oh. Can you even see it? Yeah, you can kind of see. It's huge, and this hasn't been blocked yet. It's ginormous. Oh my gosh, isn't it just the most beautiful thing you've ever seen? This is what I did with my, what was it? The Hibernate Along? What was it called? Winter Lights? I don't remember. Anyway. Look at it! Oh my gosh, it's so pretty. I knit this. This is my first Christmas gift of the year. I will not say who it's for, just in case they're watching. I knit this out of, the light pink is oaken fiber, a couple of oopsie skeins, so it doesn't have a colorway name. And this burnt orange color is by a brand that I'm no longer supporting, so I'm not gonna link to that one or anything, but you can find the same like burnt orange color anywhere. I'm sure you could find some at Knit Picks. But here it is. I loved knitting this. This was my first time knitting brioche. I think I said that last time. And I don't know, I didn't find it as like challenging for my brain to get used to. Like, I know, I think it's Andrea Mowry talks a lot about when she teaches brioche that like the biggest thing that she tells people is to just slow down because you have your like muscle memory of your knits and purls normally, and doing brioche kind of interrupts that muscle memory. So I just went into it just like, I'm just going to follow exactly what the directions are saying and like not listen to my muscle memory, if that makes any sense. And I thought it was pretty easy. I loved it. The brioche was my favorite part to knit. It's just so pretty. This is the right side. The wrong side is also pretty. Here's the wrong side. Oh, it's so gorgeous. I just love it so much. I kind of want to keep it. These colors are so pretty. I honestly might have enough of these 2 yarns because I didn't buy them for this shawl. I just had them in stash. I think I might have enough to make another one just like it. And I really might because I love these colors so much. Should I wear this for the rest of the episode with my IU sweatshirt that doesn't match? I'm going to. Oh, I love it so much. I'm so excited to gift this. That is my one and only finished object for this episode. When I started writing show notes a couple days ago, I was like super bold and wrote down half finished objects, my disco socks, which I showed you last time. I have like 3 rounds left on the toe and then the Kitchener stitch and they'll be done. Did I do that? No. I definitely could have so that I could show you a half finished object today. but I didn't. So I guess we're just going to move along to whips. I have a whip that really should be a finished object, and it will be by the end of the night, but I wanted to film this before I lost my daylight. So it is not a finished object yet, but next time for sure it will be, because it's pretty much done. This is, I'm so excited. I'm going to wear this like every day as soon as it's finished. This is my Sunday sweater by Petite Knit. As you can see, there's still some stitches on the needle at the bottom, but both sleeves are done. I just finished both sleeves today, this afternoon, on the balcony, because it's such a gorgeous day outside. Okay, so here's the situation. I think I mentioned last time I was inspired to knit this by Coley of Pasley Knits, which if you don't already follow her, you should. She's launching her first round of hand-dyed yarn soon, so I will have her link down below, so you can go follow her. But she knit last summer a Sunday sweater out of Explore Knits and Fibers Roma colorway from their Italy collection from their Italy collection, and it is gorgeous. It's gorgeous. I loved it so much. I really wanted to knit that exact same thing, but I was not a knitter when that Italy collection came out, so I couldn't get my hands on any of that colorway. But when Allie was announcing her Into the Wild collection, I was like, okay, I'm gonna pick a variegated colorway from this collection and knit myself a Sunday sweater like Coley's. So this is Explore Knits and Fibers in the Gentle Natured colorway. I don't know how well it does. It looks much better this week on camera than it was showing up last week. I did alternate skeins on the stockinette part of the body and the sleeves. I did not alternate on the yoke because I just thought with like the ribbing that'd be kind of a pain in the butt. It has a folded over collar, which I love. I'm gonna do it on every single sweater I ever knit from now on. I love it so much. I did tubular bind off on the sleeves, which just looks so nice and neat. The ribbing like disappears into nothing. It looks so nice. And all I have left is to do the tubular bind off on the body, which I had a bit of a yarn chicken situation. I don't remember if I mentioned this before, but I think that when I did my math for yardage for this sweater, I was doing it thinking that I was going to buy the Explore Knits DK base that doesn't have cashmere in it, and that has a little more yardage per skein. But I ended up buying the Cashmere DK base because I wanted this sweater to be like extra special and soft and everything. And it has less yardage per skein, so I ended up with a yarn chicken situation. So what I did was, as I showed you last week, after the yoke, I put the body on scrap yarn and knit the sleeves because I wanted to make sure I had full length sleeves. I don't like 3/4 or bracelet length sleeves. I want my sleeves to be able to cover my hands. So I knit both sleeves, made sure those were full length, and then I went back to the body and knit the body until I was kind of close to running out of yarn. And I don't know if you'll be able to see. So here's my belly button right there. Once it's blocked, it'll fall like an inch or two below my belly button, which is the perfect length for me for a cropped sweater. So that's perfect. I had just enough yarn to do a cropped sweater with full length sleeves. I don't have enough of this yarn to do the tubular bind off because for the setup rows and the bind off itself, I'm doing the Italian bind off. I don't actually know, tangent, I don't actually know if the Italian bind off is the same as a tubular bind off or if it's just a tubular bind off with setup rows. That's what it seems like to me. It's just a tubular bind off with setup rows. I don't know, tell me if I'm wrong, but anyways, I don't have enough of this yarn to do the bind off. I have literally, let me show you, I have this much yarn. I don't know if you can even tell, and I think this is in like 2 or 3 pieces, so it's not gonna work. So I had also ordered from Explore Knits in that update the tonal that goes with this colorway. This is called Docile. It's this really pretty, soft, sagey, dusty green. Matches this perfectly. Obviously, they were meant to go together. And this is fingering weight because I was going to use it for something else, and I still am. but I'm going to hold it double to make it DK weight and do the bind off with this, so it'll just have like a cute little trim of the green on the bottom. And I think that will be cute. I was gonna do it on the sleeves too, but I ended up having enough to do the sleeves. So, yes, the bind off will just have this little pop of green at the bottom, and I think that'll be super cute. I'm gonna do that as soon as I stop filming, and then this will be done. And I'm so excited to wear it. It's so soft and like bouncy and squishy, and oh, I'm just gonna live in this thing. I know it. My next one actually hasn't had any progress at all, but I'll show it again just in case you didn't watch the last episode. I decided to do a Halloween sweater this year. This is definitely not going to be done by Halloween, but it's fun to knit during the month of October, and I will wear it past Halloween. This is the Coleoptera Sweater by Morgan of More Thunder. I'll show you a picture of it first since I don't have very much done. Here's the picture of it. I love it so much. And for some reason, it just seemed like a Halloween sweater to me, even though it's not really spooky. But I've wanted to knit this for a long time, so I finally cast it on a couple weeks ago. I guess a few weeks ago now. And this is how much I have. This is the same spot I was in last time. I just started the chart for the beetles. So as soon as my Sunday sweater is bound off and finished, I will be working on this a lot more. I don't know how good my floats look. I feel like they're not too bad. But I really was enjoying this. But after I filmed last time, I think I said during the episode that I had set down my Sunday sweater for a long time because I had just gotten distracted with other projects, mainly the Starflake Shawl. But then showing it on the podcast last time, I was just super motivated to work on it and get it done so that I could wear it. So I've been like full on focusing on the Sunday sweater and the next project I'll show you. So after my Sunday sweater is completely done, I will be working a lot more on this. This is what I will knit on while we have our Harry Potter marathon next week for Halloween. My husband and I start on the 24th, and we watch a Harry Potter movie every night, and then it ends up, so we're watching the last movie on Halloween. We did it last year too, and it was super fun. And that was when I was just learning how to knit, and I knit like super basic Hufflepuff scarves for my friends. That's so exciting. Look how far I've come in a year. Anyways, I'm excited to get more done on this. And once I get through with the yoke, the color work, it's going to be a breeze because it's just basically a stockinette sweater after that until you get to the bottom. There's a little more color work on the bottom hem and the sleeves, but all of that's just stockinette, so that will be nice. Okay, I showed you all the yarn for this last week, but the next thing I'm going to show is the Stephen West Mystery Knit Along, the Shawlography Shawl. So if you are doing it, I'm only like halfway through Clue 2. So if you finished Clue 2, then I guess there wouldn't be any spoilers anyways. All I'm saying is, if you don't want to see the progress that I've made so far, look away now. I'll put a timestamp right here where you can go to where I'll be done showing it, so you won't have any spoilers ruined for you. But before that, don't go yet. I'm going to show you the yarn I'm using in case you didn't see it last time. I'm using Knit Picks Gloss Fingering, which is 70-ish% merino and 30-ish% silk. I don't remember the exact percentages, but I know it's merino and silk. It's really nice. And I am using Bear. Ooh, that's blowing out. This is just the undyed yarn. And then my other colors, this is color B. Color A is Harvest. It's showing up more orange on camera than it actually is. It's like a deep golden yellow. Harvest is color A. The Bear yarn is color B. Wharf, ooh, throwing yarn. Come back. Wharf is color C, so it's really pretty blue. And then Pine is color D, this deep emeraldy green. It's really pretty. And then Rosemary? I I think I know it's an herb. I'm pretty sure it's rosemary is color E. It's like a sagey green. It's darker and like deeper, a little more dirty than the docile colorway from Explore Knits. You can kind of see the difference. So those are my colors. Can I hold them all up? Oh my goodness. Talent. Can I? There we go. Those are all my colors for my Shawlography shawl. Okay, now click away or go to this time that I have right here if you don't want to see spoilers. Okay? 3, 2, 1. Let me make sure I'm showing you the right side. Oh, here it is so far. Oh, this is not going well. Okay. It's so hard to show. Shawls are so hard to show when they're on the needles. There you go. I'll just show like half of it so you can see. So up to these little loops was clue 1. Section 1 was the cast on in this little half circle right here, and then section 2 were these wedges, and then section 3 is these slip stitch V's, which I had never done before, and those were really cool. And then section 4 is the I-cord loops, and that was clue 1. And then I think I'm halfway through or almost halfway through. Not really, it's a lot more knitting, but I've done 2 sections of clue 2. So this was the first section of clue 2, was these slip stitch columns. It looks almost like plaid, like kind of skinny plaid. Very cute. And then the next one was welts, which I had never done welts before. I don't know if you'll be able to see right there. All these little welts, they go all the way across. I had never done those before, but it was super easy. And this looks complicated. All of his patterns look complicated, but he has the best video tutorials. Here, I'll put this away so I can start talking again. Hello, people who didn't want spoilers. If you're intimidated to knit a Stephen West pattern, or like the mystery knit-alongs, especially like not being able to see what the whole thing looks like, unless you wait till the end, obviously, he has such good video tutorials, and all of his shawls look complicated, but all the techniques in here are super simple. Like, aside from if you've never done brioche before, which I would argue that that's fairly simple too, if you just take it slow and follow the instructions, watch some videos, that definitely helps. But like everything in here, this is just like a garter stitch square basically, some stripes in stockinette stitch and garter stitch, brioche, some more stockinette stitch and garter stitch ridges, garter stitch, I-cord bind off. Like, the techniques are super simple, but he just puts them together in a way that's so like striking and unique. His construction for his shawls, like, he's just a genius. Like, there's no other designer, I was saying this last time, there's no other designer that I would like trust completely with a mystery, because I am not a person who normally likes surprises, but he really does like hold your hand through the whole process and break it down so that it's super simple to understand, and then the finished product is gorgeous and it looks way more difficult than it actually was to make. So it's super fun. If you're hesitating because you think it'll be too difficult, you definitely can do it. I've only been knitting for a year and I'm having no problems with it. So yeah, that is work in progress number 3. I have one more to share with you. I started another gift knit. The person who's receiving this already knows that she's getting this, but I'm not going to say who it's for anyways. I cast on a Musselburgh hat. I'm going to be gifting a lot of Musselburgh hats this year. Talked about that last episode and showed the yarns that I'm going to use for them. But I've cast on my first Musselburgh. Here she is. Oh yeah, it is very bright pink, as you can tell by what it's doing to the camera. But I just finished the increases a couple days ago, and I have been taking this to work and knitting this at work. I have my Chaogu bamboo needles on here so that I can do them at work. And yeah, I'm just onto the straight stockinette for miles and miles and miles. If you've never seen the Musselburgh hat before, basically you cast on just a very small amount of stitches, and then you do some increases, And then once you get to the number of stitches you need for your hat, then you just knit stockinette like a stockinette tube for a certain amount of inches, and then you do decreases on the other side, and it makes like a big knitted pickle, basically. And then you fold the one end into the other end, and it makes a hat that is double thick, and if you fold up the brim, then it's like quadruple thick over your ears, which is really nice. And it's also an any weight of yarn pattern, an any gauge pattern. I'm using fingering weight because I have a ton of skeins of sock yarn, just like single skeins that work out really well to make Musselburghs with, but you can use any weight of yarn, and it just gives you instructions based off of whatever gauge you have on like how many times to increase and how many stitches to go to and everything. And yeah, I'm pretty sure this pattern is sized baby to adult large as well. So super easy, versatile pattern, great for gifts, and I'm already making good progress on this one. So that's Christmas gift number 2 on the needles. Oh, I should probably mention, this yarn is Pitchfork fiber in the colorway Le Freak from his Disco collection, the same collection that my Boogie Wonderland socks, that yarn is from. It's never going to show up perfectly accurate on camera because it's so bright, but it is. It's just like a super neon pink, and I love it. Sorry, Evie's got an itch over there. You done? Okay. So that is my last work in progress. My only future cast-ons that I'm allowing myself to even think about right now are gift knits, which I love gift knitting. I love giving gifts in general. Gifts is like my favorite love language to give and receive. So, she just stretched out all the way across the bed over there. What a goofball. Okay, sorry that was so shaky. Can I get it back? There we go. Anyways, I'm only letting myself think about gift knitting right now, which is fine. I love gift knitting, like truly. It makes me so happy. So the very next thing that I'm going to cast on very, very soon, like within the next week, is my second Starflake Shawl. I talked about this last time, that I'm knitting another shawl just like this for a different person. This is the yarn that I'm using. It is Knitting for Olive. I think this base is just 100% merino. 100% extra fine merino. This is fingering weight in the colorway Claret. Is that how you say it? I never actually looked up how to say it after I couldn't figure out how to say it last time. It's such a simple word, and I've read it millions of times, but I realized last time that I'd never said it out loud. So, Claret? 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 Who knows? It's like a deep burgundy red, and then this is just the colorway Cream, which is exactly what it says it is, Cream. Boomer got a hold of this one, that's why it doesn't look all pretty with the ball band on it. I had to rewind it back up, but this will be another Starflake shawl. These colors are going to look so pretty together, and I'm so excited. This will honestly probably get cast on as soon as my Sunday sweater is done. So, yeah. I feel like I'm juggling a lot of whips, but I'm not overwhelmed by it, which is good. Or maybe I'm just in denial and nothing's going to be done by Christmas. Except for this. This is done. Except for weaving in the ends. Who knows when I'll get to that part, you know? But anyways, I have no acquisitions this episode, which is great. I mean, it's bad for content, but it's great for my wallet. So I have so much yarn and stash and so many things that I want to knit and gift knits to knit that I have no business buying more yarn right now because I have more yarn than I know what to do with already. My stash isn't even that big, but for me it feels like my stash is like at a really good spot right now, and I have to work it down before I buy more yarn. So no acquisitions this week. We could chat for a little bit. That's all the knitting content, so if you don't want to listen to me ramble on about life, honestly it won't be very long because I want to get to finishing my sweater. If you're just here for the knitting content, thank you for watching. Please subscribe. I never say that, but it means a ton that you watch and subscribe and comment. I love responding to your comments. I've missed that so much being away for so long. I love talking to you guys in the comments. if you want to see more pictures, I've been really bad about posting pictures on Instagram, but I'm going to get better. So if you want to see pictures and just chat with me over there, I'm on Instagram like every day, and that'll be linked down below, as well as my Ravelry page where you can see all my project pages for everything that I've mentioned. But yeah, thanks for watching if you're leaving now. If you're going to stay, let's chat for a couple minutes. I'm going to a wedding tomorrow night, which is super exciting. I mentioned earlier that Josh is gone now. The wedding's in Indianapolis, which is a couple hours away. So he left today to go out for the rehearsal dinner because he is in the wedding, and I will be going tomorrow, and I'm going to wear my Cleo cardigan. It's hanging up there with my jumpsuit. It kind of looks like a formless black piece of fabric right now, but I have this black jumpsuit that I've had for a few years that I wear to like every fancy thing because it's so cute and flattering on me. But it's going to be chilly because tomorrow is October 22nd. It's supposed to be like in the 50s tomorrow, and I'm not sure if the wedding's outside or not, but I'm going to wear my Cleo cardigan. It's kind of in the shadows, so you can't see the color of it, but I have shared it on here, and there are lots of pictures of it on my Instagram. But I'm going to wear it to the wedding tomorrow, and I'm so excited. I've worn like knitted socks out before to like hang out with friends, but I feel like this is like really making a big debut with my hand knitted items for the first time, you know? Like lots of people are gonna see this and they're gonna know that it's cute and they're gonna ask me about it, and then I'm gonna tell them that I made it. Hair flip. Anyways, I'm really excited. It feels exciting to wear something I made to a wedding. So yeah, that's this weekend. Last weekend, what did we do last weekend? Last weekend, Josh was out of town for the bachelor party for this wedding. They went to St. Louis, and I went up to Bloomington to visit my family, and we went to IU's homecoming football game. Woo, I brought this sweatshirt. Yeah, we're big IU people. We lost the game, which is upsetting, but it wasn't a bad game to watch. Like, we didn't throw it. It was entertaining. I forgot how much I love being at IU football games. Like, we grew up going to them a ton, and I hadn't been to one in a long time, like since I was a kid. Maybe like middle school, I think, was the last time I had been to one. That could be a lie, but I don't remember being to one in a very long time. And I just love it so much. The environment is so fun. It was funny being there with my sister and talking about how like the last time I was at one of these games, I thought all of the like college kids in the student section seemed like so old and cool, like so much older than me and so cool. And now going back as an almost 26-year-old, I'm like, oh my gosh, these are children. It's just funny. But yeah, that was really fun. I really want to go to the IU game this week. Oh goodness, Evie. Do you want to be let out? Come here, sis. Come sit with me. I really want to go to the game this weekend, but we have the wedding tomorrow night, so I don't know how we'll feel on Saturday. Yeah, that was last weekend, and then the weekend before, Josh and I we did a ton actually. We went to the local like fall festival here called Harvest Homecoming. It's my favorite thing ever. I go every single year since I was a small child. It's super fun. It's just a bunch of booths downtown with like little shops and a bunch of good fair food and other types of food, but you know, lots of good fair food. And that was really fun. And then we went to Cincinnati and saw Chris Renzema in concert, which was, excuse you. Are you done? Come here. Oh my goodness. Are you done making noise? Sit down. Sit. Lie down. Lie down. Okay, she's not going to do that. That's fine. I had bought my husband Joshua tickets to a Chris Renzema concert last March for his birthday, and the concert was supposed to be in April. Can you please stop? Oh my goodness. Okay, I got her to calm down by finding a princess pillow. She likes to get on top of pillows like that, and we always, whatever one she picks, we call it her princess pillow. Anyways, I bought Josh tickets to this concert last March of 2020, right before everything blew up, and the concert was supposed to be in April, and then it got pushed back to October, and then it got postponed indefinitely, and it was finally rescheduled for this October. So we went a couple weeks ago to see that concert, and it was super fun. If you are a Christian and like unique Christian music that's like really good, you should listen to Chris Renzema. He's great. His music's on Spotify. I actually, funny story, one of my best friends in college went to high school with him, so she showed me like his first little like 4-song EP my freshman year of college, and then I forgot about him completely for a few years, and then just a couple years ago, Josh found him on Spotify and got really into his music, and then I finally connected 2 and 2 together that it was the same guy. So that's really neat. He's gotten really big lately, like within the last year, he's grown a lot. On his newest album, he has a song featuring Ellie Holcomb, and a song featuring Matt Maher, and a song featuring Leland. So like he's doing really well, which is super cool. But that concert was super fun. And then we stayed the night up there, and the next day we went to the Newport Aquarium, which is in Newport, Kentucky, but it's like 2 minutes away from Cincinnati. It's just right across the bridge. And I love that place so much. That's another place that we used to go all the time when I was a kid, and I hadn't been in a few years. Josh hadn't been since he was a kid. I hadn't been for like 2 or 3 years. So we went to the aquarium, and yeah, I think that's everything that we've done this month, but it's been a very busy month, and we have plans this weekend, the wedding. Next weekend is Halloween, but I don't think we have any plans besides watching movies, although we have to work on Halloween, so I think we're gonna dress up for work. So that'll be fun. And then the weekend after we have another wedding, and then I think things are gonna slow down until the holidays. So anyways, that's all for chatter. Boomer, do you want to say bye? Boomer, you want to say bye? No, he's pretty upset that I disturbed his nap. Anyways, that's all for now. I will see you all hopefully in another couple of weeks with some more finished objects, maybe some more gift knits on the needles, and definitely some more progress on my shawlography. I'm so excited. Anyways, thanks for watching, friends. See you later. See you later. I never know how to start or finish these things, okay? Goodbye. I love you all. Goodbye.